We are hearing SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM, the last gift of Vyasadeva, is the quintessence of all scriptures. After writing this, Vyasadeva got eternal bliss. This Bhagavatam is only about pure devotion, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he recommended, he instructed his followers that to hear and to reach Srimad Bhagavatam, everything is there inside, and all the Goswamis, they followers of Mahaprabhu, they're all explanations that is all based on Bhagavatam. Parasya drishyate dharmo hyaparasmin samanvayat ato vishesho bhavanam bhumo evo palakshyate. We are hearing Kapil Bhagavan is describing to Mother Devahuti about the fundamental principles of material nature. Since the cause exists in its effect as well, the characteristics of the former are observed in the later. That is why the peculiarities of all the elements exist in the earth alone. Peculiarity and specialities. Here Sai Maharaj is saying, sound is the cause of the sky. Sky is the cause of the air. Air is the cause of fire. Fire is the cause of water. And water is the cause of earth. In the sky there is only sound. In the air there are sound and touch. In the fire there are sound, touch and form. In water there are sound, touch, form and taste. And in the earth there are sound, touch, form, taste and smell. Therefore earth is the reservoir of all the qualities of the other elements. Earth is the sum total of all other elements. The earth has all 5 qualities of the elements. Water has 4 qualities, fire has 3, air has 2, and the sky has only 1 quality, sound. Etani asamhatya yada mahat adini saptavai kala karma gunopeto jagat adir upavishat. When all these elements were unmixed, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the origin of creation, along with time, work, that is karma, and the qualities of the modes of material nature, entered into the universe with the total material energy in 7 divisions. Tatas te na nu vidhebhyo yukte bhyondam acetanam utitam purusho yasmat udatishtat aso virat. From these 7 principles, roused into activity and united by the presence of the Lord, an unintelligent egg arose, unconscious, from which appeared the celebrated cosmic being. Etat andam visheshakyam krama vridhair dashotarei to yadibih parivritam pradhane navriter bahih. Yatra loka vitanoyam rupam bhagavato hareh. This universal egg, or the universe in the shape of an egg, is called the manifestation of material energy. Its layers of water, air, fire, sky, ego, and Mahatattva increase in thickness one after another. Each layer is 10 times bigger than the previous one, and the final outside layer is covered by Pradhan. Within this egg is the universal form of Lord Hari, of whose body the 14 planetary systems are parts. That is why Anda means egg. That is why Brahmanda, universe, where one Brahma is there, Brahmanda. But everywhere within is Supreme Lord, as his Virat Purusha. In Upanishad you will find this universe is like a gross body of Supreme Lord. This Virat Purusha is considered an incarnation of the Lord. Yes, here in the commentary it is also stated that this description is of only one egg-like universe. There are innumerable universes besides this one, and some of them are many, many times greater. It is considered in fact that this universe is the smallest. Therefore, the predominating superintendent or Brahma has only 4 heads for management. In other universes which are far greater than this one, Brahma has more heads. Brahmanda. This whole Brahmanda is unholy. You will find at the end of Bhagavatam, one verse is there. Up to Brahma Loka, where Brahma resides, everything is amangalam, unholy. That is why if you misidentify with this world in any plane, I am of this world, then you are unholy and you cannot worship holiest Supreme Lord. Mangalam Vishnu, Mangalam Madhusudanam. He is all auspicious, all good. So as long as you misidentify with unholy matter, you cannot worship him. That is why you have to give up all this misidentification with matter and realize that you are spirit soul, part and parcel of Krishna, means his marginal potency. Then you can worship him under the guidance of his internal potency. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam. You have to be free from all egos. That Avaduta, he also told to Prahlad, I went through all 14 worlds. Everywhere I saw everything. I saw no one happy. No one is happy. The only person in universe, although they are trying for getting happiness with their false ego, they are all unhappy. If there is any happy person in these 14 planetary systems, it is you, Prahlad, because you have accepted the service of Supreme Lord. So all are under karma from end to Brahma, all whole Brahmandas, and they are innumerable. Avirinchata Mangalam. Yes. Hiran Mayat Anda Koshat Uthaya Salile Shayat Tam Avishya Mahadevo Bahuda Nirbi Bhedakam. This whole 14 planetary systems, they're like prison house. for jivas who are averse to Krishna. They come and they are enveloped by Maya, and then they have to do karma with their false ego, and they are getting all kinds of miseries. The only way to solve this is you have to remove the root cause, that is aversion to Krishna, by the help of Shastra and pure devotee. Then when you become devoted to Krishna, then you can be rescued and can attain actual life, blissful life, wherever you are. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Virat Purusha, situated himself in that golden egg, which was lying on the water, and he divided it into many departments. Nirabhi dyatasya prathamam mukham vani tato bhavat vanya vachnir ato nase pranoto grana etayo. First of all, a mouth appeared in him, that Virat Purusha, and then came forth the organ of speech, and with the god of fire, the deity, and within it, the god of fire, the deity who presides over that organ. Then a pair of nostrils appeared, and in them appeared the olfactory sense, as well as prana, the vital air. Olfactory sense means, it seems this is nostril. Yes, nose. Granat vayur abhi dietam akshini chakshur etayoh tasmat suryo nya bhi dietam karno shrotram tato disha. In the wake of the olfactory sense came the wind god who presides over that sense. Thereafter a pair of eyes appeared in the universal form, and in them the sense of sight. In the wake of this sense came the sun god who presides over it. Next there appeared in him a pair of ears, and in them the auditory sense, and in its wake the Dik Devatas, or the deities who preside over the directions. So here it is very clearly explained how the creation takes place. The worldly scientists, they are speculating, trying by observation and experiment to find out about this universe, but that is never possible, because they cannot realize the creator and creation without his grace. Unless they surrender to him, they cannot see. So from Shastra, we are getting description, bona fide description, that is written by Supreme Lord himself, the creator. And with surrendering and by devotional practice, then we can also get realization, because Vyasadeva also played this pastime. He was doing bhakti yoga, and in his purified heart, in samadhi, he saw all these things. Then he wrote. He did not imagine anything or speculate, or what he saw in his samadhi, that he described how much it is possible. It is not possible to fully, exhaustively explain, and also there is no, you can never finish the explanation because it is unlimited. These are given some pointers. And if one submissively hears these descriptions, it is one kind of devotional service also. Parikshit Maharaj got full realization only by hearing from bona fide source. Bhagavatam But in this Kali Yuga, we have to chant Harinam without offenses. Other forms of devotion we can do and we should do in order to catch our mind, but they should be done together with Nama Sankirtan. And Nama Sankirtan, that will reveal everything in our purified heart. Nirbibheda virajas tvak roma shma shvrau adayas tata tata oshadhayas chasam shishnam nirbibhide tata. Then the universal form of the Lord, the Virat Purusha, manifested his skin, and thereupon the hair, moustache, and the beard appeared. After this, all the herbs and drugs became manifested, and then his genitals also appeared. Retas tasmat apa asam nirabhi Dyata Vaigudam Gudat Apano Panacha Mrityur Loka Bhayankaraha. After this, semen, or the faculty of procreation, and the god who presides over the waters appeared. Next appeared an anus, and then the organs of the defecation, and thereupon the god of death, who is feared throughout the universe. See, here everything is very clear. In our so-called like Western civilization education, they will tell us so many years back, man had no knowledge. Only he used to collect berries from the forest, and with some, later on, with some development, he made one weapon, and then he started to hunt animals, and this is how it started. But here we see 5,000 years ago, Vyasadeva, he wrote everything. You cannot imagine all these things by imagination. If man was like that only he knew how to pick up berries, then how such topics can come in his mind? It is not possible. That is bogus education. Real education means this. You have to learn Vedic Shastra. This was in Gurukula. They had to learn Shastra. And Shastra will tell us about material, science, everything, and also about Brahma Gyan, that is transcendental knowledge. Both you have to get from Vedic Shastra, and by practice or by the blessing of Guru, if you satisfy him by unconditional debt service, then by his blessing only you can get all knowledge revealed. And everyone wants to know, like Sanatana Goswami played this pastime, why I am suffering, how I can be happy. Every living entity has this question. And Supreme Lord is giving that answer. We know, but unless we execute it, our Gurudev told, unless we execute it, unless we do it, then we cannot get the result. Hasto cha nirabhidyetam balam tathabhyam tatahswarat padau cha nirabhidyetam gatis tabhyam tatohari. Thereafter, the two hands of the universal form of the Lord became manifested, and with them the power of grasping and dropping things. And after that, Lord Indra appeared. Next, the legs became manifested, and with them the process of movement, and after that Lord Vishnu appeared. Condition shows we are not inclined to chant Harinam. Even if we try, then after some time we'll get bored. That is why it is so necessary to have daily discourses from the Shastra or hearing directly from some realized pure devotee that will help us getting inspiration to serve Krishna, to chant his name. Then gradually we can come to taste. Then automatically we will do, but till that time we need some inspiration. That is Shastra and Guru Vaishnav, their Harikatha. Shastra is very merciful, but it is less powerful than if directly you hear from pure devotee, realized soul. If pure devotee is not available, then at that time we have to take shelter of Shastra. Nadyo sya nirabhidyanta tabyo lohitam abritam nadyas tatah samabhavan udaram nirabhidyata. The veins of the universal body became manifested, and thereafter the red corpuscles or blood. In their wake came the rivers, the deities presiding over the veins, and then appeared an abdomen. Here Sai Maharaj is telling, blood veins are compared to rivers. When the veins were manifested in the universal form, the rivers in the various planets were also manifested. The controlling deity of the rivers is also the controlling deity of the nervous system. In Ayurvedic treatment, those who are suffering from the disease of nervous instability are recommended to take a bath by dipping into a flowing river. Kshut pipase tatah syatam samudras tvetayor abhut atasya hridayam bhinam hridayan mana utitam. Next grew feelings of hunger and thirst, and in their wake came the manifestation of the oceans. Then a heart became manifest, and in the wake of the heart, the mind appeared. Here again, when there is an irregularity in hunger and thirst, one is advised, according to Ayurvedic treatment, to take bath in the ocean. Manasas chandrama jato budir giram patih ahankaras tato rudrash chitam chaityas tato bhavat. After the mind, the moon appeared. Intelligence appeared next, and after intelligence, Lord Brahma appeared. Then the false ego appeared, and then Lord Shiva, and after the appearance of Lord Shiva came consciousness and the deity presiding over consciousness. Ete hyadbhyu tita deva naiva syo thapane shakan Punar avi vishukkani tam utapaitum kramat. When the demigods and presiding deities of the various senses were thus manifested, they wanted to wake their origin of appearance. But upon failing to do so, they re-entered the body of the Virat Purusha one after another in order to wake him. In order to wake the sleeping deity controller within, one has to rechannel the sense activities from concentration on the outside to concentration inside. In the following verses, the sense activities which are required to wake the Virat Purusha will be explained very nicely. Vahnir vacha mukham bheje no datishtat tada virat granena nasike vayur no datishtat tada virat. The god of fire entered his mouth, means Purusha, that Virat Purusha. The god of fire entered his mouth with the organ of speech, but the Virat Purusha could not be aroused. Then the god of wind entered his nostrils with the sense of smell, but still the Virat Purusha refused to be awakened. Akshini chakshu shadityo no datishta tada virat. Shrotrena karnav chadisho no datishta tada virat. The sun god entered the eyes of the Virat Purusha with the sense of sight, but still the Virat Purusha did not get up. Similarly, the predominating deities of the directions entered through his ears with the sense of hearing, but still he did not get up. Tvacham Roma bir oshadyo no datishta tada virat. Retasa shishnam apastu no datishta tada virat. The predominating deities of the skin, herbs and seasoning plants entered the skin of the Virat Purusha with the hair of the body, but the cosmic being refused to get up even then. The god predominating over water entered his organ of generation with the faculty of procreation, but the Virat Purusha still would not arise. Gudam mrityur apanena no datishta tada virat. Hastav indro paleneva no datishta tada virat. The god of death entered his anus with the organ of defecation, but the Virat Purusha could not be spurred to activity. The god Indra entered the hands with their power of grasping and dropping things, but the Virat Purusha would not get up even then. Vishnur gatyeva charano no datishta tada virat. Nadir nadyo lohitena no datishta tada virat. Lord Vishnu entered his feet with the faculty of locomotion, but the Virat Purusha refused to stand up even then. The rivers entered his blood vessels with the blood and the power of circulation, but still the cosmic being could not be made to stir. Kshut tridbhyam udaram sindur no datishta tada virat. Hridaya manasa chandro no datishta tada virat. The ocean entered his abdomen with hunger and thirst, but the cosmic being refused to rise even then. The moon god entered his heart with the mind, but the cosmic being would not be aroused. Buddhya brahmapi hridayam no datishta tada virat. Rudro Bhimatya Hridayam Nodatishta Tadavirat. Brahma also entered his heart with intelligence, but even then the cosmic being could not be prevailed upon to get up. Lord Rudra also entered his heart with the ego, but even then the cosmic being did not steal. Chitena Hridayam Chaityah Kshetragyah Pravishat Yada Virata Deva Purushah Salilat Udatishtata. Now, however, when the inner controller, the deity presiding over consciousness, entered the heart with reason, at that very moment, the cosmic being arose from the causal waters. Chitena Hridayam Chaitya, the Chitto, Kshetragya Pravishat, one who knows, one who is conscious of the field. When he entered, then the Virat Purusha arose. Consciousness is making, is animating, moving everything, material. Yatha prasuptam purusham pranendriya manodhiya prabhavanti vinayena notha paitum ojasa. When a man is sleeping, all his material assets, namely the vital energy, the senses for recording knowledge, the senses for working, the mind and the intelligence, cannot arouse him. He can be aroused only when the super soul helps him. The explanation of Sankhya philosophy is described here in detail in the sense that the Virat Purusha, or the universal form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the original source of all the various sense organs and their presiding deities. The relationship between the Virat Purusha and the presiding deities or the living entities is so intricate that simply by exercising the sense organs which are related to their presiding deities, the Virat Purusha cannot be aroused. It is not possible to arouse the Virat Purusha or to link with the Supreme Absolute Personality of Godhead by material activities. Only by devotional service and detachment can one perform the process of linking with the Absolute. That is why you can never understand how this material nature works. Completely, you can never know by only this material science. Impossible. Or by observation, like Buddhists. They, by meditation, not by observation and experiment, by meditation they try to understand. So they came only up to this point that everything is temporary. It is going on, but it is always changing, always temporary, and attachment will produce suffering. So if you detach yourself, then you can be released from suffering. But Shankarites, they accepted Vedic. So they accept that Brahman, spirit, is the cause of all this. They accept this. But the Vaishnavas, they understand the Nitya Nityanam Chaitana Chaitanam, that in eternal consciousness there is one who is supreme and many who are also conscious, the eternal, they are jivas, and they have that eternal master-servant relation. When they are averse to Krishna, then they are bewildered by Maya. When they are inclined to him, they are in knowledge. They can understand everything. And they can understand that actually Atato Brahma Jigyasa, what is the second? This is first verse, Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Now it is time to inquire about Brahma, means spirit or absolute or supreme. Janmadi Asya Yatha. Yes, this is second sutra. Janmadi Asya Yatha, or the first verse of Bhagavatam. From Brahma, Janma, Sthiti and Pralaya are coming. Creation, maintenance and destruction. Buddhists, they see creation remaining for some time. For them it is only one moment, and then change or destruction. But they cannot understand it from whom that is coming. Jnanis, they think Brahma, impersonal Brahma, but Vaishnavas, they understand that Brahma means supreme person. From him, creation, maintenance and destruction of this material energy is happening. And jivas bewildered by Maya, they cannot understand. If they submit to him through Shastra and Guru, then they can realize the Creator. Only by devotional service and detachment can one perform the process of linking with the Absolute. The Shankarites, at least they have this much surrender that they accept the Vedic Shastra, what they say. They accept that there is something material and something is spiritual. They are different. For them, one is truth, another is false, Maya. That is not complete understanding, but at least this much they are superior to Buddhists or materialists or scientists, that they accept there is some spirit, eternal spirit. Eternal reality is there. Tam asmin pratyak atmanam dhiya yoga pravritaya bhaktya viraktya jnanena vivichyatmani chintayet. Therefore, through devotion, detachment, and advancement in spiritual knowledge, acquired through concentrated devotional service, one should contemplate that super soul as present in this very body, although simultaneously apart from it. It is within, but also it is different. That is possible to realize by Bhakti Yoga. Next chapter, 27, Understanding Material Nature. Shri Bhagavan Uvach. Prakriti stopi purusho najyate prakriter gunai avikarat akar tritvan nirgunatva jalar kavat. The personality of Godhead Kapila continued. When the living entity is thus unaffected by the modes of material nature, because he is unchanging and does not claim proprietorship, he remains apart from the reactions of the modes, although abiding in a material body, just as the sun remains aloof from its reflection on water. It's a liberated soul, that is Jivan Mukta, though staying in this body, but not identifying with this body. In that case, he does not suffer anything. He knows who am I. I'm different from body. I'm not changing. This material body is always changing, but I am unchanging by this material. Of course, that is also living being. It is alive. It is not dead matter, but it is not changed in this way as matter is. So in relation to matter, it is unchanged. It is never born, and it will never die. And the Atma does not require food for its sustenance. This body needs, otherwise it will die. But Atma does not need. Also, Atma does not need any activity to be blissful. It's by nature, by default. In this world we have to work hard to get some sense, pleasure. But for Atma there is no need. We have to work to survive, we have to work for happiness, everything we have to work. But for Atma it is by default, no effort necessary. No effort to maintain your existence. It's eternal existence. No effort to gain knowledge. It's already conscious, knowledgeable, and also blissful when liberated. But if conditioned, then all these problems are there. So the main point is this. This is mine, proprietorship. It is mine. Ambarish Maharaj had this knowledge. Though he was legal owner of whole world, but he did not think this is mine. It belongs to Supreme Lord. I and mine. This is also one kind of offense to chanting Harinam. If you maintain this, I and mine, I am this body, I am very rich, I am very beautiful, I am of high family, I have this education, all this pride is there. This is my house, this is my, everything is mine. With such ego, false identity, we cannot chant pure Harinam. That is not Trinada Pisunichana. Trinada Pisunichana means being free of all worldly egos. Understanding, I am spirit, I belong to Krishna, I am his eternal servant. Then you can chant the actual name for his satisfaction. So that is Jivan Mukta. Gyanis, they also can attain this Jivan Mukta stage. They are not identifying with the body, although living, but they are waiting till the expiry of this body, then they can merge into Brahma. But devotees, they are using this body and everything of this world for the satisfaction of Krishna. Everything belongs to him, everything should be for him. That is why, like, you will find Mayavadis, when they get some realization of spirit, they think, I am in knowledge, I am not ignorant, so I am Bhagavan. I am like Krishna, I am like Shiva, I am like Kali, so you can worship me. I am in knowledge, but you are in ignorance. For them, this means like Jivan Mukta, but for Vaishnavas, when Vaishnavas realize their Swarup, then they will do service of Krishna, full sarva bhave, with everything, fully they will do service of Krishna with everything. That is one kind of offense, to think I am God, because that is misconception, that is not right understanding of Shastra. For them, they think impersonal spirit is highest, when that impersonal spirit is in the form, but knowing it is in the form, that is called Bhagavan, like Vishnu, Nrishinga, all. So they think, now I know, so I am God. But it is not like that. Jiva can never become God in any stage, Jiva is eternally servant of God. God is always creator, not Jiva. They're in illusion, but they think they're very wise. They were Gyanis. It is not. Actual knowledge means to realize I am eternal servant of Krishna. He is Supreme Personality of Godhead, possessor of unlimited potencies, of which we are part of one. We are His eternal servant. That is actual realization of truth. That is real knowledge. So here example is given. Sun is there and its reflection is in the water. You can see the sun in the water also. But sun is separate from that reflection. Is not affected by that reflection. Like that, the realized soul, Jivan Mukta, he is in the body, but he is not affected by the body. He is aloof by his realization. Or like our Gurudev said, if you are flying with flight and there is earthquake going on the earth, you will not feel it. It will not affect you. Like that, one who is realized soul, he is not affected by this. And he's not afraid of death. He will remain in this body and will take care of this body for the service of Krishna, but with total different understanding as those who are ignorant. They are misidentifying with the body. He will eat, they will eat, but he's eating in different way. In Gita, Arjuna asks Krishna, those who are in Samadhi, how do they walk, how do they sit, how do they eat, all this. Then Krishna explained. They also do, but not with attachment and not with fear and worries and all this. But also they are not neglecting because they know it belongs to Krishna and they are using for the service of Krishna. Sa esha yarhi prakriter guneshvabhi vishajate aham kriya vimudhatma kartasmiti abhimanyate. Some think, oh, if I am Atma, then what is the use of this body? Then let me kill this body. Or I will starve to death. Or like that. Anyhow, they cannot do because they are not realized soul. But such thinking is wrong. The Gyanis, Jivan Muktas, they also maintain this body, but in sattvic way. Otherwise, their meditation will be disturbed by too much asceticism. But devotees, they will maintain this body for the sake of service of Krishna. When Sanatana Goswami said to Mahaprabhu, no, he wanted to kill himself during Ratha Yatra, but Mahaprabhu understood everything because he's in the heart, Krishna is in the heart of every living entity, he knows what we are thinking. We cannot deceive him, he knows. We may say, I want you, but Krishna knows what is inside our heart. So Sanatana Goswami wanted to kill himself because he was depressed because of having that disease in the body. So he did not want Mahaprabhu to touch him or Sevaks of Jagannath. Thought, I am so bad, like we heard recently, I am so bad, if I will go there, I will disturb, everything is better, I don't go. So like this. So Sanatana Goswami thought, let me give up this body. Mahaprabhu said, no, this is not your body. You already gave your body to me, means Supreme Lord. It belongs to Supreme Lord. Mahaprabhu said, I have to do many things through your body. Why you should kill that body? So our body should be taken care of and used for the service of Krishna. Then it will be proper. Jukta Vairagya. When the soul is under the spell of material nature and false ego, identifying his body as the self. He becomes absorbed in material activities. And by the influence of false ego, he thinks that he is the proprietor of everything. Ambarish Maharaj was not in this. He understood, if I will think like this, then I will go to hell. I will have to suffer. So he never thought like that. He had pure vision of reality. But those who are averse to Krishna, they are in ignorance. They think, I am this body, and all what is connected with this body, and these things are mine, and they are meant for me, for my enjoyment. That is cause of suffering. Tomorrow we'll further hear about this point.